Bottom 8 as the Astros start to run out of opportunities here. They're down 5 to Tim Hudson, who's been outstanding, allowing just 1 run and 5 hits. Ausmus to lead things off as he takes up high for a ball. He has singled and also grounded out today. He has been an excellent receiver throughout his career. Offense usually an added bonus for him, but swinging a very good bat coming into postseason play for Phil Garner, and he takes outside. Now the St. Louis Cardinals await the winner of this one. John Franco, incidentally, I should say, Julio Franco taking over at first base. Julio Franco at 47. Getting a chance to get into the contest late and get his bat in there. It's a guy you saw very early in his career. I mean, about as early as it gets.
I saw him as a 150-pound shortstop back in 1983. Finished 3rd in the Rookie of the Year. Always a kid that they could hit. And, you know, it seems like the tougher the position, the better the hitter he was.
He was a kid at one point.
Skinny little kid. He turned into a man now. Still playing in postseason history. What, the oldest position player ever?
He can still hit. 275 during the regular season. Now 3-2. Big groan there from the crowd. To see the file on Franco.
Just, you know, another shortstop from the Dominican Republic. I mean, he was one of them 20 years ago, and they keep coming.
Hard to believe, given his physique, he actually played shortstop at one point. Payoff pitch is down and away for ball 4 on Ausmus. A promising start for the Astros.
And then after that, get their homes and hopefully their jobs.
It's Farnsworth working in the bullpen now as Hudson walked the leadoff man here in the 8th to bring up Eric Bruntlett.
Well, he's on reserve right now, and Bobby Cox knew that. Farnsworth was up and throwing, as did Hudson when this inning began.
Greg Biggio up next. He's been among the hottest hitters in this series, although hitless today.
You talked about it earlier, Dave, about Hudson on short rest. He did it earlier in May. Well, you know what? You got 60 innings in your arm. That's one thing, getting it done there. It's another thing when you're closing in on 200 innings. All of the starts, the injury that he had this year as well.
Blue foul out of play.
I mean, they're not going to admit it, but I'll guarantee you the St. Louis Cardinals are hoping that they face the Atlanta Braves. Smoltz is injured. Hampton's out. Thompson hadn't been the same. And now you do this to Tim Hudson this late in the year. I mean, when will he be able to pitch again, and how effective will he be? And I'm just saying there still could be a game 5. This game's not over with yet, but.
Well, Atlanta up by 5, trying to get there. Grounder to the middle. Down for call. Can't get out of the glove. Not in time. And a break for Houston. Nobody out. And they have 2 on in the 8th. So Ausmus at second, Bruntlett at first after the infield single, and Biggio is the hitter against Farnsworth, who comes out of the Atlanta bullpen. Biggio without a hit today, and look at his numbers against Farnsworth. 4 for 24 with 10 strikeouts.
There's a lot of people with numbers like that. This even though with Mr. Ryan in the house, this guy right here, I mean, he might throw as hard as anybody I've ever seen.
In there for strike 1. Biggio struck out in the first inning, again in the 3rd, and flied out to left field in the 5th. All that against Tim Hudson. So you get a look at the great Nolan Ryan, pretty laid back.
I wonder how hard Nolan would have thrown if he would have been a closer. Just had to go out there for 1 inning instead of 9.
He'd still be pitching. 2 on, nobody out. And you sense for Houston, this is their chance. If in fact they are going to rally and pull off a dramatic come-from-behind victory today, it's going to start right now with Biggio.
How about McCann going out there? Look at how he covered his fingers with chalk. The reason for that, Farnsworth could not see his fingers, did not know the signs.
Into the dirt. Now, oftentimes you see when a pitcher has difficulty reading a catcher's signs, a catcher will tape his fingers with white tape individually, or maybe even nail polish.
I've seen that. Yeah, you see it in New York a lot too. I've seen it with Randy Johnson and Mussina having troubles picking up the signs.
Sharply hit. Great scoop by Chipper Jones. Out at third across the diamond. Long stretch safe. Pulled him off the bag. And Franco could not hold it. So Chipper Jones gets just the 1 out on the forced play at third base. So they're going to lift Taveras and bring Luke Scott on to pinch hit. Just 188 during the regular season. Runners at first and second, 1 out, 6-1 Atlanta. Runner going to third, and it's mishandled by McCann. All the way to the backstop. Both runners move up into scoring position. Second and third, only 1 man out.
That's where your advanced scouts, they earn every penny that they're paid. The report was that Farnsworth still is slow to home plate. He's got the big leg kick. If you get an opportunity to run, you need to run. There it is. They are off and running. There's the high leg kick. McCann trying to come up with a miracle play by picking the ball out of the dirt, making the throw at the same time. Nothing he could do there. There it is down. Almost like a shortstop there, but with the wrong kind of glove. He did all that he could do there. They were going to be safe no matter what.
So Garner has them running.
In a different situation here, Dave, as you well know. Farnsworth perfect with saves for Atlanta in the regular season. There is a different type pressure right now.
Swung on and missed by Scott. Lance Berkman on deck.
You got to get strikes. And even then, with a guy throwing as hard as Farnsworth does, it's hard to do much with it. But that pitch up and out of the zone should have been a 2-0 count.
Going to be fascinating to see the matchup between Berkman and Farnsworth, because Berkman just eats him alive. Here's the 1-1 pitch down into the dirt. Last night, the Atlanta bullpen was ripped pretty good. 4 relievers used, 8 batters, 5 hits, 4 runs. And the walk was intentional as Houston won Game 3 by a final score of 7-3. The winner of this series gets the St. Louis Cardinals on Wednesday in Game 1 of the National League Championship. High twisting pop over third, down the line. Chipper Jones giving chase, can't make the play, and it skips up into the stands.
Well, they're just a toe or a finger short of having this inning over with. That's a tough angle down there. We've seen the angle out there in left center field. Here it is again. You don't know where you're at. Chipper was on that warning track for a long time. He knew that he was getting close to it. He just doesn't quite get himself in a position able to extend. Hudson knows how big it is. Everybody knows that Lance Berkman's in the on-deck circle, and Ensberg would hit after that. That's what's carried the Astros offensively. They need to get them both to home plate here.
2 on, 1 out. Check swing. 3-2 on Scott.
There's good swings, and then there's really good takes. Oh, the breaking ball that got a guy that throws as hard as Farmer. A lot of people would have taken a swing at it. This is pretty good at bat. It's a good battle.
The payoff pitch. Breaking ball inside. Did he check? They appealed, and he did check the swing. Ball 4, and the bases are loaded. Is Berkman 7 out of 11 in his career against Farnsworth, who tosses up and away for ball 1. Now 11 at bats is not much of a sample, but when you think about 7 hits and only 3 strikeouts, Berkman has a notion he's going to hit it hard against Kyle Farnsworth.
You wanted to know why the roof was closed?
No place to put him. In for a strike, and it's 2-1 on Lance Berkman.
I don't think that's a bad take there. He had 2-0. He was looking middle in. Farnsworth painting that outside corner. I think Farnsworth right now has to come right back with another fastball in the strike zone. Berkman knows that as well. He hits a grand slam right now. If you're Atlanta, you still got the lead. You walk him, it changes.
Swing and a drive, left field. High, Langerhans turns, it's gone! Grand slam, Berkman!
Knew what was coming
and did not miss it. Lance Berkman with a grand slam in a game that has seen a grand slam for each team. And for Backey and the Astro fans, certainly worth waiting for here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Ensberg trying to tie it up with that swing. It is a one-run game. The Braves lead is down to 6-5. Swing and it's outside. Well, you have to look back at the at-bat by Luke Scott as a huge factor there as he worked ball 4. But Berkman's numbers against Farnsworth are now 8 for 12.
Well, I think, too, you got to look at the 3-2 breaking ball to Luke Scott, knowing what was coming up after that.
Swung on and missed. All even on Ensberg, 2-2.
Don't help him. I mean, Ensberg from the on-deck circle had the best look at the approach from Lance Berkman off of Farnsworth with all of his success. You've got to make him throw it in the strike zone. And when you do, just take a nice short swing. He's supplying the power.
2-2 popped him up, but fouled. They'll twist out of play. 98 miles an hour on that fastball by Farnsworth, but he could not throw it hard enough to get it back at Berkman.
Look at that. He was trying to throw that one real hard. He missed, and he missed again. Now Berkman knows what's coming. He goes, all right, you want to go away? You know what? I'll go with you. He knew that a fastball was coming. The bases were loaded. He was not the tying run. You've got a challenge in there. You challenge Lance Berkman when he knows what's coming. He's going to hurt you.
Son, a one-run game. Inside and all the way to the backstop. Another one almost grazed Morgan Ensberg. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
There's just a different type of pressure in the postseason that if you haven't been there and experienced it, it's going to change you. Bobby Cox knows what's going on with Farnsworth. This is not the same guy that he saw during the regular season. Farnsworth needs to get it out here to get calmed down to where he can do what he's done the last 2 months.
Even Nolan needs some pepto.
But when you get Nolan Ryan standing, you got something special.
Breaking ball in there for strike 3, and he got him looking. 2 down in the 8th. There's Mike Lamb on the day, 2 for 3 with a couple of singles. There's the play at second base that Fricall dug out behind the bag, flipped to Giles, but Giles couldn't find second. Then the throw over to third from Chipper Jones after he tapped third base to get 1 out. He was thinking double play, but Franco, it was ruled, took his foot away from the base too soon, and that should have been an out. So the inning's still alive and kicking after Scott walked to load him up and Berkman cleared them all off.
But Dave, right now the Braves still with the lead. You can't forget that, and when you look at what's coming up for them in the top of the 9th, the heart of the order again, this is a big at bat.
Foul back to the net. And how about this? The situation against the Atlanta bullpen where Jeff Bagwell may have a chance to step in as a pinch hitter in the 9th inning, perhaps with the game on the line. You thought it was noisy when Berkman hit his. Bagwell with that ailing shoulder consigned to pinch hit duty in the playoffs, but he got a big RBI single the other day in Atlanta. Up high on Lamb. 2-2. Bases empty, 2 down, but 4 runs in for Houston. Lance Berkman with a grand slam earlier today. Adam LaRoche hit a grand slam for the Braves.
Lamb hit a home run yesterday on a breaking ball, an off-speed pitch from Sosa.
Line drive down the line, but it is foul just off the chalk.
He was sitting on that. Late on the fastball, as he did yesterday in the 3rd inning. He was looking breaking ball. The problem, he was just a little too quick on this one. Plus, it's a pretty good spot. Look at how low this pitch was. Down and in, not able to keep it fair. Julio Franco knew he couldn't get there. The umpires rotate. We're going to see another 2-2 pitch.
High fly ball to right field. Francoeur backing up, still backing up. Does he have room? He's there. He's got it. Lamb just missed tying it. But Berkman's grand slam has made this a ball game. Game 4 is on in Houston. Berkman, who absolutely owns Farnsworth, continues that ownership with a grand slam. And as we go to the 9th, the Braves' lead has been sliced to 1.